Well, Bubba, we're going to run early tonight. Got a makeup race here from a couple of weeks ago. You've been out, had some hot laps. What are you expecting for this race, starting outside front row?
Well, I'm actually starting on the pole, so I just hope to be able to get out there and run good and smooth and fast. That's all we're trying for. It's going to be a wondering deal on the track. The moisture's going to come up and how much it's going to take. You know, the sun goes down, I think the moisture's going to come up and it's going to get fast.
You're going to have a preference, top, bottom, anything? Like I say, man, it's early and had a chance to do nothing.
Wherever it could go, I will put it wherever it needs to be.
And wherever somebody else goes and you have to go someplace else.
That's it. Wherever they're not, I am.
Tell us about the chassis and who's making the power for this hot rod.
Well, we got a little, 400 motor in here, and the chassis is a BMS. We redid the front end on it other than what they did. And I think it's going to be really good. It's really starting to respond to changes now, where last year I couldn't get it to change at all. This year here we did, it's responding to a lot of changes.
Man, you're one of them lone eagles out here with them BMSs, man. Trying to prove a point, or you just really think they're the way to go?
No, if somebody else is doing something, I'm going to do something different. You can't beat them if we're doing all the same thing.
Well, I hear that. Sometimes you got to step out. Well, Bubba, have some fun out there tonight, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the race.
Thank you very much. Everybody
Nick
enjoy.
Vinegar here, the outside front row. Nick, man, going to start out real early tonight. Not much chance to test or do anything. What do you think? How's it going to work?
The track's pretty dry, so we're going to make a few adjustments here, hopefully get the car a little bit better, and hopefully jump out front and stay there.
I know we had a good ride with you here, I think a couple of weeks ago. We had a little in-car camera for your heat race and enjoyed that, but what's it going to take? I mean, high, low, whatever you can find.
I think pretty much anywhere you can find right now. The track's kind of dusty. One thing I can say is it's smooth, so that's good. I think just get out there and have to feel it out. I couldn't tell much in hot laps, so the first couple laps could be interesting.
I was going to say, few people dropping out because, like I say, this race was held 2 weeks ago, or wasn't held, actually never started, but a lot of the guys aren't here tonight, so man, you don't want to get too far behind. Ain't gonna be no yellows. I mean, you got to run hard up there, right?
Oh yeah, get out front and go as hard as you can.
Tell us a little bit about this chassis. If I remember right, I think this is John O'Neill's got a part in this, but tell us about the chassis and the power.
Yeah, we bought the car from John this year. It's a side-biter chassis, Burlington Motors. Burlington Race Engines put the motor together for it. Got to thank all my sponsors for getting us out here, and should be a good night.
This one I see right here, man, this is a good one here for this spring. We got Pennington, the grass seed people. Now, I wish they'd get these guys over into my yard because it looks horrible, but you just picked them up this year?
They were on board with us last year, and then this year we picked up Amdro, and then we've still got all of our current sponsors, the Doug's Automotive and J-Bro Motorsports. I've raced for Randy, and he's helped us out every year, so definitely got to thank him and everybody else that's on board. I mean, we've got a lot of good people with us. So
one of the young guns we got to keep an eye on, Nick Vinegar. Nick, have some fun, man.
Appreciate it.
We got outside second row, Jordan Gabrowski. Jordan, you come back for this one. You're going to be running at Lakeside some this year?
Kind of hit and miss. Just double features got us down here for tonight, and since we came on that Sunday, so we're just going to try and travel around and hit and miss a little bit and see what happens.
I was up at I-35 here just, I think, a week or so ago. Had a little bad luck up there, but of course there's some rough track going on, and hopefully a little smoother tonight. What do you think about the track?
Yeah, in hot laps it wasn't bad, but it hasn't sealed over yet. But we'll see. I'll tell you after the 25-lap feature, I guess, the first one. So
I was going to say a little different here tonight, running with the sunlight. Going to have sunglasses on. What do you think?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Maybe getting some tape and getting the sun out of my eyes. We'll see what happens. So I don't know how much the sun will go down before we start here. So we'll see what goes on.
Okay, you got the car up front. Tell me about the chassis and who's making the power.
It's a GRT by Phillips chassis and a Hatfield motor in this one. So we're just kind of hit and missing with the USMTS car and see what happens, I guess.
I was going to say you're kind of holding up the honors of them boys from down southwest of here, so we'll see how it goes. Hey, Jordan, have some fun tonight, man.
Hopefully I can make them proud. Thank you.
This is our makeup feature. This actually, we're making up from opening night, April 12th, when Mother Nature refused to let us run.
The skid loader going down there right now.
There's Ron Ha, one of our photographers in the infield. He has PictureMeRacing.com. Make sure to check out PictureMeRacing.com for a photo of your favorite driver, favorite car. Green flag skyward. We start with a parade lap. Race fans, let's get on our feet and hoot and holler. Our Makeup A main feature from opening night. Wave your favorite car, favorite color, favorite number, favorite driver. Modifieds. A-Mods ready to do battle. 25 lap feature. Extra parade lap tonight as Baker's recovering a toe, gets back into the infield. And we get ready to go racing. Led around by that McCarthy Chevrolet. For a great deal on a new or used automobile, go see the fine folks at McCarthy Chevrolet. Bubba Harvey, 1995 late model champion here at Lakeside Speedway, inside row 1, alongside Nick Bittinger. Out of 4, foot to the floor. Here they come. Hear them roar. The Modifieds in 1. Nick Bittinger leads them down the back stretch. 3 wide in front of the 68 of Kerry Davis. Midway through the pack, Bittinger will lead lap number 1 at J-Pro Pennington entry. Jason Park. 3B Nick Bittinger. 2008 Grand National Champion here at Lakeside. Leads them into turn number 1. Bubba Harvey, the S3 Body Shop Machine, holding on to second. 87 Darren Fuqua has 6 wins in a modified that Mayetta, Kansas machine. Big time bail bonds helping fund his efforts this year. He runs in 3rd. Running in 4th at IROC, the 56. That's Chris Speaker out of Messina, Iowa. Schaefer Welding, True Farms modified. And in 5th at 30, Jordan Grabowski. Former national champion Grabowski. Scoreboard is correct on the back stretch. 4 complete, coming around for 5. Breaking in that rookie scoreboard operator. There's the 3B leading this. That's Nick Bittinger out of Perry, Kansas. We do higher the handicap. In 2nd, the 3. Bubba Harvey. The 28. That's Jerry Liston. Jerry Liston Jr. out of KCK. St. Joe Radiator Machine. Spins at turn number 4, brings out the caution. And he's able to right that machine and ready to go racing again.
Are you doubling?
Yeah. We're going to double file them, guys. We double file.
Going back to double file behind
Up
the
or
leader.
down? 3, up or down?
So the 3B, Nick Bittinger. 2008 Grand National Champion.
6 down, 30
Nick
extra.
Bittinger in that 3B out of Perry, Kansas. Pennington C, Juice Plus, Amdro. Doug's Automotive on board with him. Bittinger, 4 wins in a modified, trying to make it number 5 right now. Green flag skyward.
5
Bubba
down.
Harvey, Matt Miller on board with him. Bubba Harvey also has Fritz's Restaurant. That's the restaurant that delivers your food on a little train. He is inside row 2 alongside Darren Fuqua out of Mayetta, Kansas. Big time bail bonds. Venom Chassis. 56 behind there. That's Chris Speaker. Schaefer Welding, True Farms entry out of Messina, Iowa. And Jordan Grabowski, former national champion in modifieds, running outside the 56 of Speaker. Out of 4. Green flag. We are racing once more. 3 wide. Midway through the back, the 1K, Tim Carrick working his way up around. Now hold on to that car, 34, Mark Schaffman. A little loose up on the high side, will lose a little momentum. Davis, the 68, battling now with the 98 of Tim North, probably the 99 of North, now the 01. Joey Galloway out of Saskatchewan, Canada, the Eagle Motorsports Modified. Great battle down the backstretch, side by side for 5th. Grabowski on the high side. It's going to be the 34A, Aaron Morant. Aaron Morant, the 34. Bubba Harvey, little slow at 2. Little bottleneck behind him. He gets his foot back into it. Harvey now being challenged for 2nd. Bubba Harvey, that red and white modified down low, coming out of 4 on his high side. That'll be the 87 of Fuqua getting around him. 87 up to 2nd, Harvey in 3rd. The 56 of Speaker in 4th. J-Bro, 3B. Bennington Seed out of Perry, Kansas. Nick Vinegar continues to lead this. Nick Vinegar down the backstretch leading this one. 87 Darren Fuqua. Bubba Harvey in 3rd. Your leader, 3/4 of a front stretch ahead of the field. Aaron Morant, the 34A, trying to gain some momentum on Bubba Harvey. That battle will take place in a couple laps at the 34A. But Morant can continue to power that forward to forward. Vinegar, Fuqua, Harvey. The 1, Joey Galloway has the 1K of Carrick. Carrick on the inside of Galloway, battling 1 and 2. Carrick on the inside of McCarthy. Chevrolet trying to move up a position. He does get around Galloway. The 1K of Carrick up and around the 01G of Galloway. Behind them, the 30, Jordan Grabowski. Grabowski being challenged by the 68, Terry Davis out of Parkville. Former national champion from Lakeside, that Van Autoplex Extreme Rhino machine. Davis in his 68, coming up on Grabowski. Davis on the inside of the 30 of Grabowski. They battle side by side down the backstretch. Coming up on Joey Galloway now in 3 and 4. Davis on the inside. Around Grabowski. They've made a little bit of contact, a little bit of damage done to the right rear quarter of the 68. Lap traffic. Slow car makes contact. Caution comes out. Debris on the track. You can see the damage done to the right rear of that 68, Terry Davis. You go to the tail then? That is the debris off of the 68 of Kerry Davis.
Looks like there's some in 3 too. Something white.
Look to it in 3, Bob. Looks like there's debris in
Debris also in turn number 3. 28 is in. Jerry Liston. So the 68, that Van Autoplex entry, he will go to the tail. The debris came off of his car that caused the caution. So Kerry Davis out of Parkville, the Van Autoplex Main Street Auto and Tow Weston Tobacco entry, will be heading to the tail. Had been working his way up through the field. Started inside row 6. So the 68 will go all the way to the tail to restart this.
Okay, 87, up or down? 68, I need you to the tail. 68, I need you to the
3B.
tail.
2 out of each B.
That is Nick Bittinger out of Perry, Kansas. The Pennington Seed entry. Juice Plus, Amdro entry. Nick Bittinger, 4 wins in a modified. He's our 2008 Grand National Champion.
Who lost 28?
Will now line up
Okay, you're good, Terry.
Side by side for this start.
15 down.
87, Darren Fuqua, alongside Bubba Harvey's 3.
15 laps down, 10 to go.
34A, Aaron Morant. Ready to go. Out of 4, green flag. Good move that time through 1 and 2. Darren Fuqua gets around Bubba Harvey. Here comes Chris Speaker on the high side. Good battle for 4th. Speaker at the line with the 34A of Aaron Morant. Looked like Speaker had the advantage. 1K Tim Carrick and the 01G Joey Galloway again battle.
90's off the base.
And the 90 is off the base. That is Terry Schultz out of Sedalia. Car Electric. On-field foundation machine is in early. Nick Bittinger out of Perry, Kansas leads this one. Almost 3 wide battle for 3rd that time in turn number 3. Side by side, here we go. Almost 3 wide again. Out of 4. Bubba Harvey trying to hold off Aaron Morant. Oh, and Carrick is up in smoke. Tim Carrick, the 1K. McCarthy Auto. Out of Baser, Kansas, McMillan River Adventures and Virotech Heating and Cooling. Trax Air Modified up in smoke in the grass in the infield. He's working his way through the field as well. Caution comes out.
We're yellow, we're yellow.
Did not get far enough off the track, so we will continue. Baker's recovery in tow. We'll lend a hand to the 1K. Our fire crew as well, assessing the damage. Up in a big puff of smoke in turn 1 and 2 that time around for the 1K Tim Carrick. 11 or we continue with our makeup feature. This is our makeup feature from opening night, April 12th. Finally getting the opportunity to run that. Nick Bittinger continues to lead this makeup feature out of Perry, Kansas. The Pennington C Juice Plus entry. Doug's Automotive helping power him forward.
I know, what if it's a drop?
There goes the 87. Darren Fuqua on the high side. Bubba Harvey trying to get to the inside and challenge for 2nd. Speaker, the 56. Oh, watch out for that wall, the 30. That was Grabowski making a little contact with the concrete through 3 and 4 that time, through 1 and 2, a much better line as he now battles that Jose Pepper's entry, Mark Schaffman. That battle at the back of the pack. Battle up front, not much of a battle for your leader. A great battle for 2nd behind him. That's the 34 of Morant and the 87 of Fuqua. Continue to challenge for that position. Bubba Harvey now falling back a bit. He's fallen back to 6th. The red and white number 3 is the 01. The 01G Joey Galloway has gotten around him. Bubba Harvey trying to hold on to that 5th spot. Galloway clearly with it now down the back stretch. 22 of 25 complete. Our makeup feature for the night. 3B, Nick Bittinger. 34A, Aaron Morant. Fuqua right behind Morant. That battle through 1 and 2. The 56 of Speaker. Galloway, Bubba Harvey, the 3. Then the 77, Cody Agler out of Emporia. White flag. Checker flag to 3B, Nick Bittinger.
to the front straight, the top 4 to the scales. Top 4 to the scales. Bobby will let you know what he wants to do. Did you hear that, Bobby? I sent the top 4 to the scales.
Here comes the McCarthy Chevrolet. McCarthy Chevrolet base vehicles here at Lakeside Speedway.
01G.
Make sure to check out PictureMeRacing.com. Photos of your favorite cars, your favorite drivers.
1K 90 28 96.
Okay, a little behind you. Got the winner of the A main for this makeup race from whenever, Nick Benniger. Nick, we talked about this earlier, and I think you did kind of exactly what we talked about. You just jumped out front and kept her to pedal to the floor.
Yep, the car was working great. I couldn't ask for anything more. Had plenty of power. Just get out in front and cruise.
I was going to say, man, there wasn't nobody come up here and challenge you. I mean, I have to tell you this. I was watching the guys behind you more than I was you, because there was some good racing going on back there. But, man, there wasn't nobody up there with you. You were by yourself.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. We kind of took a stab at it from hot laps. We didn't really know what the track was going to do, so we threw a couple things at it, and it worked. So it always helps when it pays off like that.
I was going to say that's got to be fun, especially to come that early in the day and just make a guess. But I mean, hey, you got an old guy helping you that's I think been doing this for a while and knows a little bit about this dirt track racing. So I'm sure he had some good input on that.
Absolutely. I got a bunch of old guys that help me, but there's one that's been racing a long time, so that definitely makes a big difference.
Okay, now we got this one out of the way. First of all, what was your opinion of the track? I mean, the winner loves the track, but what do you got to say about the track?
You can tell they've been working on it. There's some hard spots in the track. They've still got a little bit of work to do. It's starting to come apart a little bit in 1 and 2, but hey, you know, they've had a ton of rain, and a lot of guys complain about the track, and I'm one of them. And the reason why we complain about them is we want to be here racing. We want to be here to support Lakeside Speedway and the new owners. So it makes it really hard to support them when you're tearing up equipment every week. So we may seem like we're complaining, but we're still here. If we didn't want to race here, we wouldn't come and do it. So.
I was going to say, I was just talking to Don Mars up here just a while ago, and I mean, in a way, you know, those guys are between a rock and a hard spot. Because then if they cancel, you're going to have some guy drive by the track and say, hey, it looked good, you could race on that. But, you know, you got to give them a break a little bit. Like you say, everybody wants to do it. The fans want to be here. The racers want to be here. But, Nick, man, that was a great run. I hope you can come back and get it in that second time tonight.
I appreciate it. I got to thank all my sponsors again, Pennington, Amdro, Eddie's Woodwater and Spa, David's Jewelers, Doug's Automotive, Luke Neiman Fencing, Luke Neiman Cattle, Perry Barn Grill. I got a bunch of them. I got a lot of sponsors that help me, and all the fans in the crowd. Wouldn't be any fun doing it without them.
One final question. Are you going to have to change a lot to the car now to go back to another setup, or are you going to kind of go in between? Now, I mean, you're probably really guessing on this one, right?
We're probably not guessing. I'm going to put some tires on it and go again.
Okay, folks, the winner of the makeup race here, Nick Benniger. Way to go, Nick.
Hey, I appreciate it.
We got the second place finisher here tonight for the makeup race here at Lakeside Speedway, Darren Fuqua. Darren, boy, a couple of weeks ago in that race, I can't remember now who won that, but man, you were the fastest car out there. You were coming up on the first two guys in first and second.
Sanders and Morant, I believe, but I don't know, this track has just been stressful on everybody, I think. So we're just chasing it, and I kind of thought that they would have it under control after reading the internet and stuff. They've been working on it, but we showed up for slick, and then, you know, kind of looked like it was starting to get rough, so then kind of moved things around. But we're a little bit behind the 8-ball right now. It's going to get rough again like it was the last time we raced, so I think we'll be okay in the second feature if we can keep enough oil in the motor to make it all night. We got a pretty bad oil leak we're fighting, so.
I noticed the little smoke coming out of it there. Probably looked like it was later stages of the race, not really early on. I guess it takes a little time to throw some out and get it hot. But did it affect the running of the car at all? Because it looked like, you know, you were making ground there for a while, and then Morant got around you.
Yeah, I needed the long runs. I just was terrible right off the yellows. I don't know if it's air pressure or what, but I felt like I started catching Beatty here and won the race. I felt like I started catching him, and then the yellow came out, and I was kind of happy to see it. But then when we took off, I just didn't have anything again for a few laps. But I don't know, I felt like we were pretty close, but obviously not fast enough. So
I was going to say, a couple of them restarts were pretty hairy, man. I mean, you were side by side with Bubba, but you were up on that top side and carrying some good momentum around the top.
Yeah, I tried to bottom twice, and then I couldn't see down in 3 and 4 with the sun in my eyes, but I kind of felt like there was something up there, so I tried to top there a little bit and let Morant get under me, and I got third, but it was still a pretty good run. I'll take it. So,
any major changes now coming up for later on? Plus, you're going to have a lot more time to see what happens to the track.
Just put some oil in it and a little bit of fuel. I think the track's going to come to us a little bit, so they said it's going to get rough, so we'll be ready for that, I hope.
You've been fast here so far. I mean, you know, there's nothing to complain about. It's not like you're in baseball hitting 500 or anything, but man, you're in the game. I mean, you're up front running with them.
Yeah, I want to be about 2 spots faster is all, so hopefully we can get there. There are going to be some faster cars in the second feature. I know Boney's going to be it, and a few other guys I don't know that weren't in that first one, so.
Okay, second place finisher tonight for the makeup race, Darren Fuqua. Way to go, Darren. We'll see you later, man.
All right, thank you.